Wow, what a night of football. One disadvantage about us staying in the other side of the equator is that we have to stay awake at night to watch some of these games. 3 a.m. games, 2 a.m. games early in the morning. And the consequence of that is that we will now wake up late and then now start giving our match reaction late. And that's what happened to me today. So let's talk about the two matches that took place yesterday. Canada and Bosnia, and then USA versus Paraguay. Let's start with the Canada and Bosnia match. That was a very boring match. Bosnia played like Arsenal. Let's not lie to ourselves. They came to just defend and then haram their way into a victory. They were very defensive and they depended heavily on set pieces to score. And that's what happened in the first half. They just had their first corner and it was a goal, a header into the net. And they tried to defend that one goal advantage. It took a substitution by Canada in the second half to break Bosnia's defense, and then they tied the game 1-1. So let's just keep that game aside. It was a game of Canada trying to break Bosnia's defense down, and Bosnia trying to defend and score with a set piece. But the substitute came on and said, no, we are going to draw this game. He came on, scored a goal, and the game ended 1-1. Let's talk about the biggest game so far in this World Cup. USA versus Paraguay. What a performance from USA. I never expected this. If I was told that USA will beat Paraguay 4-1, not just winning them 4-1, the manner at which they did it. In highline football, we have our lingos. In terms of classification of defeats, we have normal defeat. You won a game, 2-1, 1-0. Fine, we say this team won. We have circumcision. That was what happened to Mexico. What happened to South Africa? Mexico gave South Africa a circumcision. So we have a normal defeat, then we have circumcision, and then we have section off. When you beat somebody 3-0, you section them off. Just like when a baby is delivered and then you section the cord off. That's what we call a 3-0 defeat. Above a sectioning off, we have a colonization. What happened between USA and Paraguay was nothing short of a colonization. USA colonized Paraguay, and that colonization attempt was headed by a federal agent called Balogun. He colonized Paraguay and presented Paraguay to Donald Trump for approval. What a game. I was seeing flashes of Barcelona 2009-2010. I was seeing flashes of Liverpool 2018-2019 and flashes of the current PSG team. Intricate passes, excellent football, and beautiful goals. Balogun's 2 goals were excellent. And then that Trivela by that guy, what's his name? Reina. What a goal. From the outside of the boots into the back of the net. What a goal. Not just the scoreline, the performance was top notch. They wanted to press the life out of Paraguay. Paraguay could not leave their box at all. They were pressing. They were controlling the tempo of the game, passing. Oh my goodness! I'm short of words in describing how surprised I was genuinely to how USA performed in this game. Shout out to our guy Pochettino. You have proved to be a good coach. You've silenced your haters. You've told your haters that I know what I'm doing and I'm going to take USA very far in this tournament. But do not delude yourself, USA fans. You are not going to win this World Cup. At best, I will just add you to the list of spoilers. To those guys that can probably stop favorites from winning the World Cup. That's the best that you guys can get. But big up to you, USA. You guys did your best. You guys played very well. This is the best performance so far in this World Cup tournament. See you guys in the next video where I'll be previewing the match between Brazil and Morocco. Bye.